The first thing that you are going to want to do in setting up a Google Calendar is go to google.com. Click on Sign In the top right-hand corner, and if you don't already have a generic Gmail account that you would like to use, go to Sign Up in the top right-hand corner. Please note this is not an EDU account. Click on Sign Up, and you're going to want to put in your first and last name and choose a generic username. Remember that you only want to use letters, numbers, and periods. You're going to want to create a password that is at least 8 characters and something that is hard enough to where other folks cannot guess it. Then you're going to want to put in your birthday. And if it is a generic account, you can put in whatever you want. And you're going to need to put in some type of this information in order to make sure that it is processing and will go through. Down at the bottom of the screen, you're going to want to fill in as much as possible. And indicate that you agree to the Google Terms of Service. Now this icon here in the bottom where it says Google may use my account information to personalize my OnePluses on content and ads and non-Google websites. At that point, just leave it where it is. Click on Next Step. And with adding an actual photo, don't worry about it at this point. Click on Next Step. Now you're going to want to get started. And one of the ways you're going to do that is you're going to click through, and then back on google.com, you are now indicated as though you are signed in for your department. You're going to go to Calendar. Now, this is your first time setting up the calendar, so this information will pop up. And again, it's only for the first time. So you're going to want to set up the time zone. We are in the Eastern time zone, so click Next. And whether or not you want to get some type of notifications. Now remember, these notifications are only for the Gmail Google account that you just established. So at this point, I would probably take them off. You can keep them, but it's just going to go into your Gmail account for the Google account you established, not for any of your users. You can sync it with a phone if you want to, but I would suggest just keep moving forward. So now you have your calendar. This is where you can go and you can put in certain events for other folks to see. Now you want to make sure that it is private. There are different ways you can do this. Up in the top right-hand corner are the settings for your account. And if you go over here on the left-hand side where it says My Calendars, this is another area that you can go in and set some settings for your calendar. So you're going to go into Calendar Settings. Now you're going to want to make sure that it is private. And one of the ways you can do this is go to Share This Calendar and make sure that this information is not checked. So this calendar will appear in public Google search results. Now we want these calendars, if they are intended to be internal, to make sure this is not checked. Another thing you can do is also have specific individuals, including individuals with their at umich.edu accounts, have access to see the event details and make changes to the event. So you can go through and add anybody that you want to be able to see that information. So after you go through and add that, let's say, so we're going to make sure this is unchecked. You can add any individuals that you want and put it on there. They either can see the event details or they can perhaps make changes or add events. So after you do that, you're going to add each individual. You're going to go back to Calendar Details. Now this information here where it says Embed Calendar, where you embed this calendar into your website or blog by pasting this code into your web page. So what you're going to do is you're going to copy this information here and you're going to send it to the PRMC web team, and we are going to be able to put it into your internal website. Some other things I would suggest is over here at the top, you're going to want to rename your calendar. So I went up here and renamed my calendar so it just doesn't have my specific name. And then after that, you're going to want to click on Save. And so now anything that you have in here will be immediately shown on your calendar. Now there, of course, are a whole bunch of other settings and things you can go in and play with. So kind of check that out and you know, look at some different colors and things like that and try to establish some standards. So hopefully this helps. Please feel free to contact us if you have any questions, and have a nice day.